I'm really curious to know who the Hasbro executive or employee was who decided to give the Autobot pacifist a gun. Don't worry. I'm friendly. Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime, back for another Transformers Legacy Evolution action figure video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Deluxe Class Generation 1 Beachcomber and Paradise Parakeet. Very important detail, cannot forget the freaking bird. And now taking a look here at Beachcomber's packaging. Right up front here we got a nice image right there of his buggy mode. It says Legacy Evolution, it says Beachcomber and Paradise Parakeet. Like, it makes it seem like this is a 2-pack, so you're really getting your money's worth because you're getting 2 characters in one. There's Beachcomber's mugshot right there. He looks kind of depressed. And there's a better image of him right there. And the Paradise Parakeet right there. Authentic Transformers! And then back here, it demonstrates that his Evo Fusion is literally just holding the gun.
You serious?
And then finally, the packaging does have a barcode here at the top. And that barcode takes you to Hasbro's website, where it's got a nice GIF there of Beachcomber at the bottom. Says his name is Beachcomber, his origin universe is G1. He turns into a dune buggy, and it says here his function is a geologist. And his primary weapon is an ion blaster that shoots down particle beams to knock down his enemies. Beachcomber is a skilled geologist and a naturalist. He takes peace in the serenity of nature and enjoys spending time with Earth's animal creatures. His strength is a 3, his intelligence is a 9, his speed is a 5, and his firepower is a 1? Holy crap, this guy has the weakest stats of anyone I've seen in the Transformers universe. Anyway, that is basically it for the packaging. Yeet. Are you kidding me? And now taking a look at Beachcomber's only accessory here, a gun. I am friendly, I swear! And the gun here is painted in a nice glossy black, and it's cast out of a light gray plastic, and the only thing you can really do with this thing in robot mode is, you guessed it, his iconic holding of the gun Evo Fusion.
What you're seeing is advanced warfare.
The first figure we're going to take a look at is the Parakeet. The Parakeet here, I guess, does look convincing enough as a parakeet. Just don't lose it. Oh, gosh.
But wait! There's more!
The Parakeet's little black base right there does fit the little blast effect pegs. And so you can stick the Parakeet on Beachcomber's shoulder or any figures that have those tiny little ports. And as for the articulation on this thing, this joke's not funny anymore. And now taking a look at Beachcomber himself, I love his silver shades right there. Really makes him look like a pretty cool dude to hang around. And overall, I think his head design is very faithful to his original G1 self, along with his toy a little bit. And I like the coloring on this guy. He's got some very nice silver highlights and splashes of extra color besides just gray that really make this guy really pop than he normally would. And I also love the silver rims here with the shiny pins right there. Really makes it feel high quality. But wait, there's another bit of high quality right here. These are actual rubber tires. Or maybe they're not rubber, I'm not quite so sure, but they are made of a flexible material. There is, like, the tire itself is an actual separate piece that is made of a rubbery material. I don't think I've ever seen Hasbro actually do this on a mainline deluxe figure before, and again, it really makes the quality of this figure feel so nice.
Nice.
Nice painted details all around, complemented by a lot of nice sculpted detail. But another thing I also want to mention is just how this guy has no kibble or anything, just these teeny little bits on the heels, which even then, that's not even kibble, that's just support for him to actually stand up. And look at this guy, there is no kibble or any kind of greebly bits anywhere. The only kibble, but it's, a welcome amount of kibble, is the tires here, because the tires don't do anything to hinder anything, and they just provide some extra car flair to the overall figure. So he has a ball joint the head, which doesn't allow for the head to really look up or down all that much, but it does allow for the head to swivel from side to side. Shoulders rotate a full 360. They can move in and out. Sadly, they can't really move out that far due to the tires, but you can make them rotate out more if you at least rotate the arm. You can get more range out of that. Then he does also have a bicep swivel, over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow right there. That looks kind of weird, but that's just because the tire kind of messes up the orientation. And I was surprised to see this guy actually has wrist swivel when Hasbro easily could have just made this one solid piece because of how embedded that hand is in there. I'm really surprised they actually gave him some moving wrists in there. And then he does also have a very nice waist swivel, completely unhindered. So nice to see that. Hips can rotate. It's always that stupid microphone every single time. Anyway, hips rotate back, rotate forward. They can move outward. He does get a thigh swivel, 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and then ankle articulation. Very fantastic articulation here. I don't know why, but I have the feeling that we're going to get like a gold repaint of this guy later down the line. Which honestly, if they did make a golden version of this guy, I honestly wouldn't care. The whole Golden Lagoon collection thing from a couple years ago just seemed like a really tacky way to make like special collector-based repaint shiz. And honestly, I just would skip over them. I kind of roll my eyes at golden repaints. But if they repainted this figure in black, well, maybe I'd buy it. And then here's Beachcomber compared next to the last Legacy Evolution figure I took a look at, the Armada Universe Megatron. Yes. And then here he is compared next to the Power of the Primes Legends class Beachcomber. Shout out to my friend Arctic King for letting me borrow his copy to do this comparison. And then here he is compared next to the last Autobot mini-bot that I took a look at, the Legacy Cosmos. Anyway, that is it for the comparisons. Now let's get into Beachcomber's transformation. And every time I look at a dune buggy, I think of a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Overall, I think the dune buggy here looks pretty good, only I do think it's a little odd that a pacifist has a gun integrated into their transformation. I assure you, I am friendly. It forms the little bumper here of the front of the dune buggy, and I think it's good weapon storage. I just don't think it matches with this guy's character all that much. And I like the headlights right here in the front. And there's the nice bit of silver right there. Would have liked if there was an Autobot logo somewhere on here, but honestly, it's not that big an issue. And I like how he's got some like grate detail right there. Like you can see like some of the like grated lines. And again, the rubber tires do help provide a level of high quality to this mode, and also it's able to grip the ground really well for when it's rolling. So again, the rubbery tires here are a very nice touch, along with the silver rims painted in. And overall, I think the back with the engine and everything looks pretty good as well. And you can store the Paradise Parakeet on one of these little ports right there when he's in the vehicle mode. So there is that right there. Always need a place to put the Parakeet. Also, I like the roll cage right here on the top a lot, and how they have actual seats in there. You don't see actual seats with Transformers all the time. But something else you don't see with Transformers all the time is this guy has an actual dash in there. You can see a little molded steering wheel and like a little like radio and like all kinds of little stuff right there in his little dash. My only issue is I feel like the feet with the dash molded on it sit a little too high. Like it feels like anyone driving this isn't going to be able to see past it because the seats are like at the same level as this is. This just seems like it should have been clear plastic, or maybe the feet should have folded in just a little bit more. Maybe you would push them and slide them back. I don't know. They just sit a little too high for my liking. But again, that's just a very minor nitpick compared to the overall of this figure. And then here he is compared next to Armada Megatron. Yes. And then here he is compared next to the Legends class Power of the Primes figure. I do still like the older one's Doom Buggy, but I am missing that Titan Master gimmick the old one had. And then here he is compared next to the absolutely adorable Cosmos figure. I don't know how Beachcomber did it, but for some reason, he is the absolute sleeper hit of this year. I feel like so many people were not looking forward to this figure or just didn't really care, and yet this is one of the best action figures for Transformers that has come out this year alone. And I say that because of the price, the articulation, the detail, the amount of like features here, and you get the bonus figure, the Paradise Parakeet, and just overall, like, there is literally like zero to complain about with this figure. Like, it just blows my mind how much work Hasbro put into just this one little figure for a character who isn't even as iconic on the levels of like Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. Like, it just blows my mind. Overall, just an all-around really good figure. I love the Dune Buggy mode, and it's got great detail, just like the robot mode. And again, it's not the best vehicle mode compared to a lot of others that I've seen, but it gets the job done. It looks like a Dune Buggy, and that's all it needs to be. And yeah, overall, if I had to give this figure a rating, I give him a very, very solid 10 out of 10. Like, it's not like ultra super awesome action figure. It's just that there is nothing to complain about here. But like, as a mainline deluxe Transformer, I have zero complaints with this thing at all. So yeah, that is basically it for this review. If you guys liked it, give me a like on the video. Comment below what you guys think. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? But trust me, you're wrong if you disagree. And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more Transformers and action figure videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.